Hello everybody, and thank you as always for watching my video. Today I'm going to do a little overview of this book here called The World War II Tommy. If you put that title on the internet, you'll see that this book is kind of old. I'm not even sure if it's available anymore. But in any case, I wanted to do a review of this book, or an overview, for the same reason I've done it for the other books, and that's because there's always people who are new into reenacting and or collecting. And sometimes, there are some books out there that you might want to buy that you stumble on online on eBay or bookstores online, this and that. And so you don't know if you want to spend X amount of money on them. And this book, when it came out, it was $40, so I don't know how much it is now. The writers, as you can see, are Martin Bradley and Richard Ingram. And the publisher back in the day was, what's it called? Crowwood. Here's the back of the book. As you can see from my hand, it's a pretty nice sized book. Okay, it's not a little book. It's a bit thin, but it's got 144 pages in there, all colorized, reenactor kind of stuff. But back in this day, way back in these days when I started reenacting, you could find American and British stuff at every surplus store. $20, $10, $15 for all types of equipment. I mean, just actual cartridge belts. For this one example, the Tommy, the uniforms, and of course you have to be thin for the uniform, but they're pretty cheap. The helmets were readily available, all original stuff, in good condition. The webbing, pattern 37, $7 for a pouch, $5 for a belt, this and that. This is a long time ago. But nowadays, of course, there's so much reproduction out there. And in any case, this is a really nice book. I would not be reviewing it if it wasn't. Actually, I would tell you already if it was ugly. So this was first published in 1999. It's got a lot of different uniforms. I prefer always to do regular infantry, never any officer stuff. And 1998. It was published in 1998. And but some of you like to do officer, NCO stuff. I do not. So it tells you, about the war and the phony war in France and this and that. And some nice colorized pictures. And one of the things that you see in some reproductions that try to be very authentic is stuff like this, where you see the patches. So these patches are really cool in the British stuff, because it wouldn't just tell you a certain size or a number, it would also tell you the height of the soldier, which is a bit more, and the waist as well, breast, waist, height, kind of nicer to get those type of dimensions. But that's something that you don't see in all reproductions out there. Nowadays I need an extra large. And some more officer stuff, service dress, pre-war blues up here, service, people doing soldiers doing some work, darker green webbing, and why it's like that, because a lot of times you see a lot of the khaki webbing, a lot of these, you see a lot of these reproduction coats now. If you're thin, you can still get the original stuff, but if you're a little bit on the chunkier side, thin meaning like a 36-inch waist and a 38-inch chest, basically, for your coats and tunics and stuff, you should still be able to find that stuff readily available, pretty decently cheap, also not horribly expensive. Stretcher bearers, 1940, and then the BEF in France. They did have different shovels. They did have different packs, or shovel and bayonet. As you know, this was a little bit of a change from World War One, but then World War II went back to having it in the back, which, if you know a little bit about it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Still more the the green, dark green equipment. They talk about, of course, the gas mask bag, which is, I believe, different than the World War One gas mask bag. It's a funny looking helmet there. Motorcycle. And soldiers that were in hospital blues. Tank crew helmets, if you like that kind of stuff. Information on the pistol. Some rain gear, talks about that. This gas mask here, which is definitely not World War One. I've had that mask up here. And big belt here. The pants were always so high. Talk about high water pants, you know. Usually high waters are up here, but this big waisted, high waisted pants, kind of strange. Oh, that's a good shot, right? That's a good one. Don't know why they did that, but anyway, I did have this little knife here. Talks about the knife as well, and you know, different colored these putties or these leggings. These are the green ones. I've seen the khaki ones mostly. I've seen the khaki ones. The ammo boots, you know, pebbled and with a toe cap. World War One did not have a toe cap. I'm not sure if they were pebbled, but they did not have the toe cap. That's a big difference. And I think you can use these even into the 1970s. Or 60s for sure, but maybe 1970s, not sure. Flash colors here for the helmets. Different colored cap. Talks about the reasons for that. You know, another overall for the tank crews. Showed you some pretty nice pictures of that. Marching order 1941. Big duffel bag. The standard equipment again in the darker green. And here he is with these pouches that were a little bit more reminiscent of World War One, but these were the two. Sometimes they had three. I think sometimes they had three, but mostly they had two. These were a specific reason. I haven't read this book in a long time, but stuff like that, because you might see those quite often. And if you're doing a particular time period of an impression, books like this are really good. You know, for those of you who do public events, you know, wouldn't it be cool to see you guys all dressed up? And for the public, we're doing PT. That's always fun. You know, when you do stuff for the public, it's not just about the battle. Go, bang, 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 run around, chase each other with blanks. Doing stuff like that while there's a lull in the particular events that you might be a part of, for when it comes to public events anyway. That's pretty fun. This around, of course, is mountain gear. And, of course, the famous, we all got to do different buttons type of things. Like, oh, Lord. Scott's officer's service dress. Again, I do not do officer. Don't like that stuff. This is pretty neat. They've got the number 4 with, what is it? Winterproof smock. Winterproof smock. And here's the one that I'm more used to seeing and wearing. This one here. Officers' Macintosh and raincoats, caps, motorcycle. Back before they started making reproduction paratrooper helmets, sometimes we would make the paratrooper helmets out of these things, changing the liner and the chin strap and all that stuff, of course. And here's the makeup of a squad or an infantry section. It tells you basically all the guys in the squad or the section actually supported the Bren gunner. On one pouch they would carry Bren on one side of the pouches they would carry Bren magazines, and on the other side they would carry the bomb or the grenade and the bandolier of equipment. So that's nice to know. You can read about that a little bit here. Nothing super duper detailed, but it still tells you basically their equipment per section is D-Day with these floaties. And now his guy here, I can tell you, he's wearing the turtle helmet, or what they call the turtle helmet. This guy's still wearing the older helmet. Pretty neat stuff. Talks about the equipment that you see here in the book. Like I said, it's a quick reference book. Very nice if you're a collector or if you're looking to do a particular impression. This is pretty neat right here. I don't even know what it's called. See, I forget what this is called. Assault Jerkin. Alright, it's pretty neat. I know the Americans also had one, remember, for D-Day. So that's pretty neat to see that. Talking about the Sten. Is it the Sten? Yeah. Is it the Sten? See, I don't even remember. But, and here they are in action. Here's a sniper rifle. One of the first times I ever saw one, like in the picture. Seen original ones now, of course, in 20-something years of doing reenacting. Just different equipment that you might find, you never know. Different impressions that you guys might want to put together. Always pretty neat. Machine gun here, the water-cooled machine gun. Some personal equipment, some socks. Mess kits. The paratrooper, one of my favorites, I guess. This is what they would have more. The paratroopers would have this one more, as they're saying. Helmets. Pretty neat stuff. Smock. Love that smock. Still badass. Big tail here, in case you didn't know that. That would wrap around your crotch. And inside would be all your goodies when you would jump out of an airplane. I have another book that I'm going to show you when it comes to just British paratrooper stuff. But in any case, here's a big radio. Here's an impression of if you want to do a radio, machine gun crew, Bren crew. Here's a rifle bag. Or that's a machine gun bag, Bren gun bag. The Enfield one is a bit simpler. Tank crew again. Pretty neat stuff, in my opinion. I like it. Officer stuff. The little bit of details of the gas mask. More of that webbing. And they've got that Blanco, I think it's called, to keep it from make it waterproof. Blanco, some other boots came out later. I don't think they stuck with them, but tube mortar, personal carrier, I guess. Winter stuff. More radio. Mortar. Piat. The Piat. I've seen Piats for sale. If you guys ever want to buy one, they're not horribly expensive. It's just who's going to be the lucky sucker to carry that thing around, Screw that. Screw that. More radio. Dispatch rider with his riding helmet. MP. Boo, right? Just more fancy officer stuff. And battle dress uniforms, the wedding. In any case, folks, that's the book. Do highly recommend it. It's not sure if it's available. I honestly don't know if it's even available anymore. But if you stumble onto this one on eBay, for example, or some website out there that's by miraculous selling a used one, that's what it looks like. And let me show you the outside. It's all black, and of course it has the title. It has all the title right here. Nice gold. Just in case you buy one, you stumble onto one that does not have the cover. That's what the actual, or the paper cover. That's what the actual book looks like. It's all black with those gold writings on it. And last picture. This is it here. Highly recommend this book for anybody starting reenacting, and if you're a collector. Alright, so I hope you enjoy my video. I have some more books coming up, so I hope to see you then.